There's been a lot of conversations about why single women who are childless are the happiest women on the planet, and I'll give you a few reasons why.
Actually, no, there hasn't, and I'm going to state my research. Links in the description. Starting off, that's a straight myth, as multiple studies have shown the exact opposite. The evidence was so overwhelming, even Vox made comic drawings stating in the decades between 1970 and 2005, women's self-reported happiness scores have declined even further than men's scores.
I'm single, childless, 39, and I live in Brooklyn. I am not responsible for the emotional labor of a man-child. I don't have to clean up after someone else because they'll get to it later. I'm not showing up for somebody who's barely making an effort and then throwing a tantrum when I ask for the bare minimum. I make my own money and I get whatever I need and want for myself whenever I want to. I have an amazing apartment. I'm an aunt to 5 amazing children, which is arguably better than actually having them because I get to give them back. And I refuse to ever believe when women would tell me I was too picky. Even though their husbands have like gambling and porn addictions. So ultimately, if a great guy comes around who's willing to be an equal partner, awesome. I'm totally down for that. Otherwise, I'm good.
In all honesty, ladies, that sounded quite sad. That last thing she tagged on was a dead giveaway. The entire reasoning of her happiness is founded on a house of cards. This is where my female viewers come to her defense with, "You don't know that. She sounds very happy. Why do you men always say women need a family to be happy?" Well, for one thing, she mentioned she is an aunt to 5 amazing children, and then tries to justify not having her own with the ability to give them back. Sus to say the least. And another thing was downplaying these man children she's going to take care of. But if a great guy comes around who is willing to be an equal partner for her at 39, awesome. I'm not even making this up. She downplays both men and kids just to say how amazing and awesome they are immediately after. Ladies, all I can say is she made this video trying to convince herself, and the only women who are going to agree with her are either too young to know better, cat ladies in the same boat with her, or women who want to spare her feelings. But she's not fooling men for a moment. Well, maybe the imps. How do you make watching early morning content more enjoyable? By adding a cup of fresh brewed Life Boost coffee. We all know you get what you pay for, and your cup of tasty morning Java is no exception to that rule. Appreciate a cup of Life Boost coffee knowing it was brewed from low acid, 100% pure USDA organic, single origin, GMO free, pesticide free, mycotoxin free, shade grown coffee beans. Life Boost is truly the healthiest coffee in the world. Click the link in the description for more information on how to get Life Boost coffee and start drinking a healthier choice of coffee roast today.
Stop giving ugly men a chance.
What do you think would happen if a guy made the same video?
They do, and they have been since the beginning of time. They've been calling women low value and comparing them to used cars every time they've had access to a microphone.
And that's because men and women have always discussed it as a woman's natural attribute, which is her beauty. To deny beauty is important to a woman would not just be foolish, but it would be illogical considering the beauty industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, estimated at about $532 billion in 2019 by Forbes. Link in the description. And the used car analogy is just that, an analogy. But let's listen to what else she has to say.
But it feels uncomfortable to hear it about yourself because it hasn't historically been done. You're not used to seeing men judged solely on their physical appearance instead of who they are as a person. And now you're mad that they're being lumped together by one characteristic and considered undesirable. But you sat idly by while they did that to almost every category of women throughout history. And that led to women believing that they were as worthless as society made them feel.
Mama say that happiness is from magic rays of sunshine that come down when you're feeling blue.
It does not feel uncomfortable to hear women say negative things about a man's genetically gifted physical features for the fact that we don't care about it nearly as much as women do, because men must bring a multitude of value in more ways than one to be considered attractive by women, and women have always had zero problem telling men what they lack. Basically, men have developed thick skin while women are very sensitive about their looks, and that man was not mad. It seemed clearly he was pointing out the double standard women enjoyed to place on the genders, and men sat idly by because it's not our job to defend single women against words that may or may not hurt her feelings. She's an adult. We don't want to insult her by mansplaining what is on her mind. She has a voice. She can speak for herself. And if women let society make them feel a certain way, that sounds like a personal problem, not a gender problem.
And now they realize that they deserve more, but you don't like that when it's done at a man's expense. You don't want people telling women to raise their standards, but you were fine when they were telling them to lower them because of their age, weight, or previous sexual history. And I'm not saying that I support anyone being called ugly, but I do find it ironic that you only want to talk about fairness once the tables have turned. And that tells me that you don't care about this being done to people. You care about it being done to you.
Really? They deserve more? How's that? Men don't deserve any more or less just for being men. So where does this narcissist attitude of, I deserve more, that women have for just being women come from? And women can raise their standards to the heavens, but sister, men do not have to accept a woman at any weight, age, or intimacy history. Guess what? Men have standards too. And the irony is, women are usually the ones crying about fairness when it's convenient to them. But hey, sister, I promise you, if you just stay away from those mean men and hug your dozen cats while you down another box of wine, things will be awesome for you. Moving on.
There are so many men that will only give you the level of respect that you demand. So if you don't demand respect all the way up here, you're probably not going to get it. If you get respect levels low level, low tier down here, that shows me that your standard is down there. People will typically rise to the occasion for whatever level you demand of them. And if they don't, they leave, which is a good thing. Some men and some people in general are completely incapable of giving you that level of effort and respect that you deserve.
I have yet to understand or even receive a proper answer as to why women think they deserve this extreme high level of respect. Ladies, let me explain something to you, and by all means, ask your guy friends if what I'm about to say sounds ridiculous. Men don't give other men they don't know or just met unlimited amounts of respect. There is a common courtesy that men give each other immediately, recognitions of authority where warranted, and a mutual understanding of boundaries. But men understand clearly respect is earned, not demanded immediately. Now, there are acts of disrespect that men acknowledge, but the levels of respect this woman is talking about are not automatic. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, ladies, but being born with a vagina does not equate to respect you deserve. Just like being born with male genitalia also doesn't come with spontaneous respect. Let's put it this way, ladies. You telling men you deserve his respect immediately is the equivalent of a man telling you he deserves absolute trust immediately. Oh snap, I think I just heard the gasp from my female viewers.
But that's fine because these aren't the people for us. So instead of asking yourself, what is wrong with all these men? Why do these men not respect me? Why aren't they putting in effort? Ask yourself, why are you accepting this behavior? Why do you allow these people to linger in your life? Why do you allow yourself to date them? Because we're not here to focus on what's wrong with other people. We always want to come back and focus on us and our personal responsibility in our dating life. And if you want a better dating life and better quality men, I'm Allie. I'm a dating and mindset coach. If you want to work with me, the link is in my bio.
There is nothing wrong with a man who doesn't give you immediate respect because of what's in between your legs. Why would they go out of their way to show a woman they barely know extreme levels of respect when she has done nothing to earn respect other than showing up and saying, I'm a woman, you need to give me high levels of respect? And then women wonder why they are called Karens. Sheesh, the level of delusion. And to answer this woman's question, the reason you allow them to linger in your life is to get to know them and earn that respect you want so much. If you want to focus on yourself, awesome. Start with asking yourself, what have I done to earn his respect other than existing? That will probably work out better for you. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.